Morning, this is Monday, again, the 27th of April. Today's workout is tap saf. This is, despite me not having written that, this is the one for the total beginners. So today's workout is going to be 3 4-minute rounds with 1 minute rest in between. Here's what you're going to do. In your first 4-minute window, you're going to do 50 ground to overhead, GTOH, ground to overhead. As soon as you're finished then, you can move on and start doing squats to a chair. You keep doing that until your 4 minutes are up. So get the ground to overhead done. If you do that in about, say, 2 minutes, then you've got 2 minutes of squats to do. It's only the score for the squats that goes into the results board on SugarWOD. Take 1 minute's rest, then you do 50 Russian swings. Fill the rest of the time with burpees to a raised surface as you require. 1 minute's rest, and then 50 jump forwards, jump overs, step forwards, step overs, step ups, jump ups, depends what you've got available. 50 of them, and then as many seated Russian twists as you can. So let's have a wee look at what that's going to look like. So for your 50 ground to overhead, if you've got a cushion, or in my case it's just a wee lightweight stuffed bag, little Lululemon bag, that makes a difference. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to do 50 ground overhead, so just don't hold on to it, depending on the object, it depends how it's formed. So I would just grip this at the sides there. You're going to touch the weight off the ground between your feet, it comes up close to your body, continues on overhead until you've pressed it out overhead. Now, same things always apply, which is make sure that your back stays nice and flat. Okay, so happy cat, not angry cat. Okay, so stick your butt out, watch that your back doesn't curve in the opposite direction. So that usually happens if you don't bend your legs enough. So if you keep your legs straight and you start just like leaning for the ground, and then you get this craning effect in your lower back. So when you're doing your ground to overhead, touch the ground between your feet, bending your knees as much as you need to. Press it right up overhead. So that's for your ground to overhead. Then you're going to do your squats to chair. So feet shoulder width apart, facing forwards. Okay, your knees are above your ankles. Okay, so watch out for your knees collapsing in towards each other as you stand up and sit down. That's your main thing to look out for. Okay, keep your eye on that. Make sure you sit up nice and tall. You're going to push your feet into the ground, keep your knees out and away from each other, come to standing, and then just replicate that on the way back down to the box. If you don't need to sit onto the box, then you can maybe just touch and stand. It's possible that you're way past that, but you still feel like you need to do other things in the beginner's workout. You're maybe just not ready for moving into the regular workout that I post. So it might be, for example, squats are pretty good, so go ahead and do them, that's fine. So it's always worth having a look at the other workout that I post. Feel free to mix and match between the two. You can post scores wherever you like, but I've been trying to encourage people to post, for everybody to post their scores under the regular workout. That way everybody gets wee fist bumps, and like I'm more likely to see your score and get to tell you how wonderful you are, because you are. So for number 2, it's Russian swings and max burpees. So the Russian swings, just grab your weight again. The Russian swings are the ones that just come out in front of you here. Okay, so with your Russian swings, make sure that as you lean forward, you push your hips back behind your heels. Okay, there's not very much bend in your knees at all when you do this. Feet are flat on the floor, so the whole of your foot stays flat on the floor. Lean forward, you won't quite come parallel to the ground, but you'll be somewhere in that vicinity. And then stand up really sharp, squeezing your butt and straightening your knees. And that is what creates the object to swing. Okay, so as with the squats, when you lean forward, make sure your knees aren't caving in. They probably won't, because you're going to have something swinging through here. But it always matters, that always matters. Okay, so once you've done your 50 swings, you're going to do your max burpees to surface. So raised surface, whatever height you need it to be. So close to dropping a dumbbell on my toe. Videos are getting better. Hands on your surface. Okay, you're going to jump back. There's a little press up, jump in, up, jump and clap. Now, you can shorten all of that. One, you can miss the press up out, okay? Not a big deal. That's probably the first one I would say miss out. So that would just go jump back, jump in, up, clap. The other one might be the jump for the clap, in which case just clap, miss the jump. The other might be the jumping back and forward, in which case just step back, step forward, stand up. Okay, that's your burpees. Do as many of them as you can in any remaining time that you've got. 1 minute's rest. Then you're going to do 50. So I've written it as jump forwards, but see, whenever you see jump in one of the workouts, it's always going to mean that you can choose from a variety of jumping mechanisms. So it might be that you can do a jump onto something, like say if you've got an old aerobic step. I don't know why I always call them old, I just think there's something from the 1980s. Might be a new aerobic step. So say you've got an aerobic step or a step into your house or in your garden somewhere. You might want to do step ups onto that, 50 of them. You might even want to jump onto that, that's cool, 50 of them. You might have something you can jump over, so a garage tool or something that you can actually do a little two-footed jump over the top of, fine. Or something that you can step over, so say you've got something like a backpack and you could just do step overs, and just maybe makes it a little bit more challenging than some of the other options. Or you might want to do one of those options because you've done a lot of jump forwards. Maybe you've jumped forward in every workout where there's been jumping, so it's maybe a chance to do one of the other ones. Just choose what suits you and what fits for you. I want you to enjoy these workouts, okay? So 50 jump forwards, or whatever you choose, and then max seated Russian twists. So in your seat, with your weight, little lean back, touch, touch. Each touch is 1 rep. 1, 2, 3, okay? Now, in the regular workout, I've posted a 4th option, which is called a lunge stir. So feel free to have a look at that. It's a lunge, and thruster, so it's quite an involved movement. But have a look at that, and if you, for example, instead of 4 minutes of lunge stirs, you wanted to do 4 minutes of, say, 50 step-ups and as many, or maybe 50 squats and then as many step-ups as you could in the remaining time, then just put that in the notes when you put your score. You'll need to put that score into the regular scoreboard, not into the beginner's scoreboard though. Okay, because there's only 3 slots in the beginner's one and there's 4 slots in the regular one. Talked a lot this morning. I'm going to let you get on with it. I'll see you later.